was a Breslover of the previous generations, a few generations back, from the 1940s, 1950s, 1930s. His name was Rev Moshe Yaroslavsky, of blessed memory. This very special individual, he lived in Moscow. He became interested in Rabbi Nachman's teachings in Moscow. We're talking about the late 1920s, the 1930s, the early 1930s. And he would travel every year to Uman from Moscow by train, which was a long journey back then. And he was so bothered by the severe and dire poverty level of the Chassidim who lived in Uman and would come to be part of the gathering for Rosh Hashanah, the kibbutz for Rosh Hashanah. And he saw that there was nothing for them to eat for Rosh Hashanah, so he took upon himself to bring with him 2 giant sacks of flour that he would put on his shoulder. 2 giant bags, one in the front, one in the back. Big bags of flour, which was meant to be enough for all the Chassidim who would come to be there for Rosh Hashanah, to prepare with that flour, of course, challah, bread, which was the main food, right? Vegetables and fruit were bought locally, and if possible, chicken, fish, meat, whatever was available in Uman, whatever he can get. He took upon himself to be in charge of the hachnasat orchim, the food for the meals of the Chassidim and the people who would come together for Rosh Hashanah. He managed to get a visa for him and his entire family to emigrate to Israel in the mid-1930s, approximately 1934, 1935, 1936, that time. And the story goes like this, that on that night of Rosh Hashanah of the year that he emigrated to Israel, the Holy Land, he announced at the Rosh Hashanah Eve Seudah, the meal of the night of Rosh Hashanah, and he said like this in front of everybody, Rabbi Sai, I'm telling you, I will be, God willing, this year with my family in the Holy Land. And like he said, a cheers blessing that he should make it safely. So the Breslover said to him, how are you so sure that you are going to escape this prison of Stalin's paradise to get to the Holy Land? How are you so sure? Where the rates of people getting a visa are like 100 to 1. How are you so confident that you are leaving and will be in the Holy Land? How could you dare say such a statement like that with such confidence? So he said something amazing. He said that every year when he prostrates himself on the grave of Rabbi Nachman on the eve of Rosh Hashanah, and he lets forth his personal prayers and supplications there on the grave of Rabbi Nachman, he also makes a personal request. And he had already a chazaka. Chazaka means that when something happens 3 times, so it's for sure now. It's something which is a surety, and it can be assumed that it will continue to happen once it happens 3 times in a row. So he said, for the past at least three Rosh Hashanah, eves of Rosh Hashanah, as I was praying my personal prayer on Rabbi Nachman's grave, I asked personal requests those 3 years, and I got them. At least 3 years, it could be more even, depending on when he came to Breslov. Not sure. So he said that I have this chazaka in my hand, and based on this surety that I get what I request on the eve of Rosh Hashanah, I know I will be in the Holy Land, because I asked this year to be in the Holy Land, me and my family. And that is exactly what happened. In a supernatural way, he obtained visas for him and his wife and his kids to emigrate to the Holy Land. What's amazing of the man, if you see a picture of this person, Rav Moshe Yaroslavsky, he looks like such a simple person. Overweight, a bit heavy, simple. And what's the amazing thing is he had this chazaka, surety that he gets what he asks for. What he doesn't tell you in the story that we have here, what did he ask for before? He could ask for things which we have no dream about. He could have asked for Ruach HaKodesh, divine prophecy, divine inspiration, godly influx. We don't know what he asked for. he revealed a part that he asked for the Holy Land, and he knows it's going to be there, and he had other requests. He doesn't tell us what he asked for. And we can imagine what he asked for. We can, possibly, that he asked for amazing things, and therefore this teaches you don't judge a book by its cover. The man on the outside was so simple, but who knows what he asked for in his previous requests, but also comes to show of the power of what he gained for whatever reason, that he had this chazaka, the surety of getting what he requested on the eve of Rosh Hashanah by Rebbe Nachman's grave.